name is Cristina González Alcalá, and I'm with Summit Education Initiative. Before I begin, however, I want us to, it's almost the last session. I really want to give a round of applause to all the Caspio team, don't you think, for putting a great conference together? They've been amazing. I have not yet been to a conference where, the first person that I greet, they're like, "You're Cristina, right?" I'm like, "How'd you know? We have never met." But yes, thanks. I appreciate that personal touch. So let me talk to you about Summit Education Initiative. Is a backbone organization in education in Summit County, which is located in Akron, Ohio. So LeBron James, anyone? Yeah, that's where we're from. And our mission is to improve personal and regional prosperity through increased educational attainment. And what does that mean basically? We want your kids, your family's kids, any other kids, all the kids in the community, at least for us that we can control in Summit County, to be able to graduate high school and have a plan to be either employed, enrolled, or enlisted. We want to give them that choice to have either career pathway. And that's what we basically do. We just want to make sure everybody is ready. And that actually looks anywhere from being from birth, even prenatal care, all the way to career and beyond. So yes, we are using data, and a lot of what we do with it is predictive analytics. So we take that data, we look at those students that have already graduated and have been successful, and we go back all the way to kindergarten and see what they look like in certain transition points like kindergarten, 3rd grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, high school graduation, college and career persistence. And we are able to pinpoint numerically through stats what those students did that made them successful. And yes, kindergarten is too late because now you have to be prepared even in preschool. And so we have a few of our apps that have actually helped streamline those processes. And now that I've been here for 3 days, I know that there's a term for that. It's called digital transformation, eliminating paper. So what we faced here is the challenge of turning data into action to drive student success. Bill, yesterday or Monday, he was talking about what's the difference between information, data and information, right? So yes, we take all that data and we try to create actionable information for our partners so that they have the tools to tailor their services to the students. And so with those efforts comes a community alignment. We've been working very hard in our community and across the nation. It really is the work of the Strive Together partnership that has been aligning all these efforts for many communities. And so what we see in this effort to align the communities and their efforts is that we have a data overload of our partners, right? They see the data, they're asked for these reports from funders. They're like, "We need you to measure your outcomes. What does that look like? We need you to review your processes and review how you're serving the kids and engage in this continuous improvement." Which for a nonprofit, a Boys and Girls Club, a Boy Scouts organization, a YMCA, they're not worried about making sure that they, engage in continuous improvement. What they are worried about is making sure that they provide services to their kids so that they know how to read, so that they have a meal after school when a lot of them have no meals to go to back home, and so that they have a safe environment that they can also go to, right? So for them, data is the last thing that they want to look at. And if they do look at it, they are burdened by having to hire program evaluators. So we become that person that helps them out. And the way we've done that is we've lessened some of those data requests that our partners have to give to the public school districts, right? They're public information requests. And so we are seeing, again, somebody goes to the secretary and says, "I need these students' test scores." We don't want that. The secretary is bugged by that. The partner has to go to the school and ask for this information. It's like, why? We can make this process faster. And on top of this, once you start sharing data, we talk about those Excel spreadsheets and how many times do people send us confidential information through emails? It's like, no. Well, I don't want to see that. I don't want social security numbers. And why are you sending them through email? Like, what? Just think about it for a second. So for us, it was important that we also found a tool that was FERPA-compliant. So the secure access to education records has really been something that we have capitalized on. And this is why we chose Caspio, because you also don't need a coder, right? It is fast and it's easy. You can create applications and look like a coder. I know we keep saying we're not a programmer, we're not a coder. I just play one on TV. And everybody believes me. And that's cool. Thanks, Caspio. It's also WordPress compatible. A lot of you, I don't know if you have a website technology department or whatnot. Well, we don't, right? And WordPress, because again, we're a nonprofit, we run with tight resources. We don't have the ability to have somebody go and design the web pages for us. So we turn to like open source methods like WordPress, right? This jargon, you guys are much better at it than I am. It goes way over my head, like API and CRMs and yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it was also user-friendly, right? That's what we wanted to delve into using it and figuring out what we can do. So one of the cool applications that I've done recently is called the Out of School Time Partner Portal. So again, we're working with organizations like the YMCA, the Girl Scouts, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and we're ensuring compliant path for them to be looking at student level data. In the partnership that I talk about, there's about 50 plus organizations out there that look like us in the nation. And those organizations are still trying to figure out how to connect the school data to their partners. And we have been able to do this and not only connect them with almost real-time data because we're uploading that data almost daily, we are actually able to provide that data at the student level, which with FERPA, the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, you have to be very careful about doing. So through the portal and with a lot of the Caspio features, we're able to lock down who can actually see the data. So I'm actually allowing our partners to see up to like 10 indicators right now. So anything from absences reports, their discipline reports, GPA, even again, their kindergarten readiness assessment. Yes, they get assessed when they get into kindergarten, and we're able to show that data to our partners who are working with kindergartners. Also, the main driver of this type of work was partners requiring students to bring in their report cards. So it's like, oh, you want to be part of our program? Well, we need to report to our funders, so we need to see what your report cards look like. And they would require those report cards from the students and the families, which a lot of times you weren't getting them. So now we give a report card report for them, and then we added a few other reports that the funders have asked of them that they now can easily access in one spot. In addition to that, we also, like I said, we want to convert data into information, right? And so not only are we just providing them the numbers for them to see and try to figure out themselves, I've actually, with the formula fields, I don't want Jason to yell at me, with the formula fields, I've been able to start categorizing what that data looks like, right? So rather than just looking at the fact that Katie Bell missed one day of school in marking period 3, I am letting them know that Katie Bell is at low risk. And on the other hand, Roger Davis is on marking period 1, he already missed 9 days of school. That kid is high risk. You need to go talk to that kid and figure out why the kid is missing class, because they're already falling behind and they are not even to the point where they have to test, good and they have to perform well in their tests. They're just not even showing up for class, and that's putting them way behind. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, that's where I use my demo names from the little kids. So it really has allowed the partners to start looking at the data, but also start understanding it. And here's another look at that report card report. It just comes in the same way they would see it. So currently we're reaching 25 organizations. We're showing them 10 student-level academic indicators. I got happy. And then that equates to about 1,803 students. And we've done this from basically having 0 students served through the portal to now 1,800 in a matter of 2 years. So it really has shown us that we are in the right path. A lot of the organizations that we partner with are trying to replicate this. And right now they use things like Tableau, but Tableau does not allow that record level security and that ability to see personalized data, which is what Caspio has allowed us to do. So moving forward, not backwards, we really want to start looking into the interactive custom dashboards so that, again, our partners can start looking at that data, start analyzing, start acting on it, and basically just start providing those services in a manner that it's easier for them rather than having to be bogged down by data, by spreadsheets. All they have to do is log in there, and then all the data is there. And now that you can actually print or download those charts, all they have to do is right-click over there and then say download as a PNG, slap it on their Word report, and there's a standard report for the funders. So using Caspio has actually, I believe, allowed the community to free up some of those resources that they would be otherwise used to give to us for us to hire a coder so that we can come up with this. Or some organizations are involving universities that are, heavy lifters in terms of their data capabilities and programming capabilities, so custom-built applications. And instead, they're using some of the money with us, but not enough, that it would burden down the funders, and it allows to free those dollars so they can go directly to the partners that are needing those dollars to serve the kids directly. And real short before I almost end, the way I started using Caspio, my boss was the one that said, here's an application that I found. We're going to start using this. Why don't you go ahead and start learning it? And that's where my love affair began with Ned and Jason. I just had to look at the videos. Jason was probably here. I was like, Jason, what time are you getting there? Because it's 8 o'clock over here and you're still not in your office. I need you to call me as soon as you get to your office. And sure enough, I think it was still 7:30 or something. He's like, I'm just getting to my desk, but give me 1 second. I'll log on and I'll help you out. So as we continue this partnership with Caspio, I really think that we are on good course for us to continue providing applications to our partners that will save them money in the long run and will also help the community align those resources. And now every time that we just have somebody come up to us and say, I have this problem and this problem. So we just look at them and internally we say, we can Caspio that. Thank you.